Hello dears, this is Beefcake Barbie. This is the Jordan's Joys channel where we do makeup and creative inspiration, also some skincare. We're all about self-care here, taking care of ourselves and learning new things. Today we are trying out drag makeup, obviously. Let me know what you guys think, and if you guys want to see how I accomplished all of this, then just keep on watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you enjoy this video. Okay, so the first part in our drag makeup is going to be blocking out the brows. So we are going to try and attempt to make them disappear, make the surface smooth so that we can basically paint on top of it, because we'll end up putting our eyebrows higher. First step, with a spoolie brush, like, you know, just like this. You can use an old mascara wand or an old brow gel brush. Just make sure you clean it with like some alcohol and disinfectant, stuff like that. But first step is you're just gonna brush up your brows, and mine are trimmed. And you'll notice that maybe my eyebrows are coarser than yours, so your eyebrows maybe, like, when you brush them up, they may just stay there. Next, we're gonna take the Elmer's. You need the purple glue, the glue stick, and you're just gonna slather that on and coat like every single hair if you can. Okay, so and when the glue is all over your eyebrows, you're kind of just going to brush your hair in the natural way that your hair grows. You might see some people brush them up. You know what? If that works for you, that works for you. We're gonna try it this way. I am going to cover my eyebrows in nose and scar wax to make it even more smooth. Some people may not have to do that, but again, I have very coarse eyebrows and they're very black, so they're a lot more noticeable. And as you can see, now that I've like done that, maybe you can't see, but I have a cowlick hair and like hairs are still sticking up. So you really gotta look from like all angles, like the side view, to see what hairs are sticking up, because you're gonna need to put more glue over those areas. Because you really do want it to be stuck to your face. Like, you want this to be smooth as a baby's bottom, if you can. So I'm just gonna add a lot more glue. And once your eyebrows start to, like, the glue starts to dry and disappear a little bit, you're gonna take a white translucent powder and just like a powder puff or a sponge, and you're really gonna load it on there, okay? And then you're just gonna pat it in. It's like, wow, it's really raining here. Again, if you see any hair sticking up, I have like maybe a couple here. So on those, I'm gonna take a little tiny globs of glue, really make sure it's smooth again, cover with powder again. I'm gonna wait until this glue like fully dries and I can feel like no more like wetness on my eyebrows. And then what we're gonna do is we're gonna take some spirit gum and put some nose and scar wax on it. So, and if you haven't seen me do that before or use nose and scar wax, this guy right here from Ben Nye, then you can check out my other videos, and I think they're gonna be over here. All right, so this is pretty much all dry now. And honestly, it feels pretty smooth. So good job, Jordan. Okay. So I'm gonna use some Vaseline just to get my hands a little oiled up, greased up. You can use baby oil or probably honestly any oil. But for nose and scar wax, it does need some type of oil so it doesn't stick to your fingers. So just like a little bit. If you get too much, then it's not gonna work very well either. But I don't need too much. I'm just gonna take a tiny little ball and I'm gonna pinch it into like 2 worms. Okay, and this is really just gonna go where your hair is. So that's honestly probably maybe a little too much, but we'll just keep rolling with it. So I'm gonna take the Ben Nye Spirit Gum. So I'm just gonna put this on where my hair is. Boop, 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 boop. Stick this baby on here. So now we have both of these covered with some nose and scar wax. This is probably maybe a little too much. I'm gonna get my hands a little more Vaseline-y just so I can blend this out. So basically, we're just going to spread it and blend it into my skin and create a smooth surface. So some people, like I said, might not have to do this step. Depends on your hair texture and maybe your hair color, but really here the goal is just to get it as smooth as possible. Okay, so they're covered in wax. It's maybe not as smooth as I would have wanted, but it's on there. It's smooth maybe enough. So we're just gonna go with it because I'm just over touching my freaking eyebrows. So I just want to be done with them at this point. So now I'm just gonna go in with Ben Nye, like a white cream color, and I'm just gonna dab that on top to further conceal them. And just like stamp it on. Just be careful not to like wipe because you don't want to move that wax underneath. If you use a little too much Vaseline like I did in some places, and if you're sweaty like me, you don't want it to like move around. So you just want to dab as you go. All right, bam. Okay, we're gonna go back in with that white powder proof, and we're gonna stamp that on basically where we just put the white paint. So eyebrows, yeah, we don't have them anymore, okay? Kind of creepy looking. Now we're going to create our look, and this is like our little plot here. So now I'm going to create the shape for my eye. I am doing a really like whoof here. So it's gonna come all the way up here. All right, I'm gonna start by just stamping like a kind of a hot pink color. Let's see, I think I'm gonna end it about here. We're just gonna go for it and see what happens. I'm gonna use, I think, Daydream BB from the ColourPop in a Trance palette. And just a little brush here. It's going to come all the way here. It's gonna go all the way out. On top of like where my eyebrow used to be. It's maybe not hot pink enough. Gonna build that up a couple more times. But really the star of the show for me is going to be purple. So this is gonna kind of just act as a blend-in color. Honestly, if you can choose not to do the wax, I wouldn't do it because you're just gonna get some of this extra texture and that's really gonna mess with the blending of the colors. So I'm not super happy about that. Okay, I'm just gonna do the other side real quick with that same color pink. Okay, right underneath this pink color, I am going to take Peace, this purple color right here from the Violet Voss Best Life palette. I'm just gonna take that same brush that I was using, just load it up, and then just stamp it on right underneath. See where it's kind of, the blend is getting a little messed up here because of that dang wax. And that's really just because I'm not an expert, honestly. It's a great technique if you need it. Okay, now that I've mapped out this eye shape, disaster! I'm just going to prime my face with the e.l.f. Poreless Putty Primer right here, and then I'm gonna do my foundation, and we're gonna load that baby up, and then we'll finish the eyes. Okay, now we're going to use the Ben Nye foundation. It's a cream foundation in Warm Honey. That's my shade. Obviously, use your shade. And we're just going to get right in there and start loading this up on my face. And if you have a pan stick foundation, that's like far better. But I don't. So, cream foundation it is. I'm just gonna really get it on there first. And if I was really doing like drag makeup for a show and not just for like a video for fun, I'd be taking this like all the way down to my neck, like, you know, however far you want to, however far you need to, depending on like your outfit. So normally I like foundation that's not all the way full coverage, more like medium. I want to still see like flesh. For drag makeup, absolutely not. We don't want to see your flesh. Okay, now I'm just gonna take a lighter shade. It's another cream foundation in the shade Ivory. And I'm gonna place that in kind of like my highlight areas. So underneath the eyes, we're gonna create a big triangle here. Take that all the way, like, just out of your nose like that. Basically cut off your nostril if you can. All the way up here. And then right in the middle of the forehead before we put our eyebrows on. And then I'm gonna take it on my chin. And then I'm gonna take it on the side here. Just stamp it like that. Okay, now that we've done that, I'm gonna go back with that white powder and I'm going to bake. So basically what that means is I'm going to take a lot of powder on my powder puff and take it right underneath the eyes, basically everywhere you put that lighter highlight shade, and let it sit there. And this is also gonna catch any fallout while I do the rest of my eye makeup on the top. So really a double whammy function here. I definitely should have fixed some of this wax in the middle here. You can see it's getting a little crusty. So bad job on that part. So we're gonna go back to the eyes now. And I'm going to go back to that pink color, the Daydream BB, and I'm gonna start to try and blend. I'm gonna restamp some of that pink that we've kind of lost, and a little bit of overlap on that purple, and create a little bit, hopefully a little bit of a blend, but we'll see if the shadows and my textured eyebrow area cooperate. All right, now that that's on, we are going to take the Tarte Sex Kitten liquid eyeliner, and we're going to carefully create this shape. All right, there's one side. We'll clean it up a little bit because it's, you know, it's a little messy. Okay, so obviously this side needs to be cleaned up a little bit. Made a mistake up there. This side's looking good enough. Just gonna take it all the way underneath my eye here. Oops, see how it got messed up already? Right there, that's okay. Don't stress, because we are going to be putting some white right up here and connected to the purple. So this one connected a little better. I should have done that here, but I'm gonna have to take a Q-tip and kind of clean up this edge. So I'm gonna do that right now. And bring that pink down here. I'm going to take that white paint on an angled brush and just go right underneath here. And stop when it hits that pink. I'm also gonna take it right above, which should already be kind of white from the earlier stages. And this is a great place to clean up any mistakes you have. So this side is desperate for this white paint. This is looking absolutely wild. I hope you love it. So now back with that same angle brush, I just wiped it off. I'm going to go underneath this white that I just created, and I'm going to stamp that same piece color, that purple color from the Violet Voss palette, right underneath. Alright, so now I'm gonna go ahead and do my eyebrows. This part is going to be difficult because I'm not good at this part. We really are just here to try our best. So, and guys, this nose and scar wax, I just like have a sweaty face and like it's not breathable at all. So like it's starting to crack in some places. Because I've had this on for too long, I did take a break to get on a little Zoom call meeting real quick with my camera off. But yeah, definitely not ideal. Not ideal because my eyebrows are gonna go right here. So I'm a little worried about that. We're gonna do, just like map it out with the little dots. So I'm gonna do one right here. Or lines, I guess, whatever. Oh my gosh. So the wax is just not playing with me anymore. It's done. It's ready to be taken off. It's so frustrating because I spent so long on that like the freaking eyebrow part. And for what, honestly? Like for what? It's okay, I'm just gonna scrape that little piece off and I'm gonna load it up with foundation. We're gonna keep moving because that's what we do here. We keep freaking moving forward. Meet the Robinsons. What a throwback. Oh my gosh, I've not seen that in so long. We're just gonna go for it. I'm gonna go in with powder, I think. I'm just taking this Pure Sculptor, which is what I'm gonna use for bronzer in a couple minutes. Guys, this wax is just, it's not it. I'm not having it anymore, honestly. I'm just gonna take the lighter contour shade. It's called Inventor. So inspiring, I know. Pretty happy with that shape, I think. I'm just gonna fill it in a bit and then we'll go in and add like little baby hairs to make it a little more like kind of realistic. Okay, I actually really like that. I think that looks good. Looks freaking good. Okay, now we are going to do our contour here. So I'm going to take that same palette and we're gonna go straight in with that darker color, the Founder color. I'm just gonna line this up. It's not a big deal because I know what I'm doing, but this will make it a little quicker. And then the lighter color right above. Wonderful, and we'll blend that out in a minute. But that's perfect. Okay, same thing. Gorgeous, darling. Don't worry, we're gonna blend this, but I want it to be extreme. I'm gonna take it along the jaw underneath, and back, and back. I have a slightly fluffier brush. I'm just gonna take this and start blending it a bit. And then we are going to go straight in with the blush. We're gonna contour the rest of our face in a second, but I wanna go straight in and finish the cheeks. So I'm gonna take this Real Techniques cheek brush is the best, and this Laura Geller baked blush. It's called Blush and Brighten. And we're gonna load this baby up right here. And this is such a pretty color because it has a slight sheen to it. And it's like a nice hot pink color already. It's fabulous. And we're taking this all the way up the temple area. Okay, so that is super large and in charge, and that's great. I'm gonna take a little bit of that white powder on a fluffy brush and just kind of go over the edges here to kind of blend it so it's not creeping too much inward. Okay, I'm going to go and contour my nose now. So I'm just gonna follow straight down. I'm not great at making this straight. Okay, and then I'm gonna take this up my forehead. Okay, and now for highlighter, I'm going to be using this Big Tough Girl highlighter. It's a purple highlighter from ColourPop. It did shatter, I need to freaking break it, but it's this gorgeous like lavender color. So I'm gonna take that into a highlighting brush and just pounce it on top. And if you do ever have a shattered like powder like this, like an eyeshadow or blush or whatever, you can basically, this one's already pretty crushed, but you can just crush it up with a toothpick or whatever and put some rubbing alcohol in it, and then swirl it around and then take something similar size to the pan and basically stamp it back in place. So quick tip on how to fix that. But yeah, you can totally see how like pink and purple it is. It's perfect for this look. And I always like to go a little bit over the edges of the highlighter, kind of blend it in a little bit, like that. Okay, I'm gonna throw in these Ardell Wispies. I'm just gonna coat this lash with some Duo Glue. I'm just gonna let that get tacky for a second. Honestly, with this look, I should have bought like a giant feather lashes or some crap. Something outrageous, because you're not gonna see them really on here, but I am going to slap them on slightly above my lash line, so slightly above where I would normally put lashes, so maybe like right up, like a little bit above. And then I'm taking these like tiny little pieces of eyelash that I had cut off earlier to make like these eyelashes fit for my face. So I'm taking those little pieces and I'm gonna stick it on the bottom here, just letting this get a little tackier. I'm gonna stick it right there. Perfect. I'm gonna do the same thing on the other side. Okay. And the mascara that I have on my lower lashes is the Man Eater. No, it's not. It's Lights Camera Lashes from Tarte. All right, finally, lips. So we're just gonna use this red from NYX. It is called Alabama. I actually really like this color, but I'm just gonna start and overline my lips here. Okay, now I'm going to use the color Flurries. It's a liquid lipstick from ColourPop. I don't think they make it anymore, but I'm actually going to use this lip brush to kind of make it a little more precise. I can get it in there.
You gotta wham, bam, shang, la, la, la. Honestly, so glad matte lipstick is not really like a big trend anymore, because I just think glossy lips look so much better. And matte lips dry the crap out of you. And cracking is not cute.
All right, that's it. We did it. Finishing touch. I have a really cheap, nasty wig. Ready?
Here I am, baby. It's Beefcake Barbie time.
Wow. This was my Halloween costume, but I did a much quicker version and it did not look as good as this. Like this, I'm so pleased with, I have to be honest. Like the eyebrow cracking, not great, but I do have much greater eyebrow coverage achieved than I did when I just did the glue stick and did not do the scar wax. Holy crap, this is so frizzy. Wow, I really did party hard Halloween apparently, because this is a mess. But yeah, I'll show that picture so you can see the difference here. This was my 45-minute Beefcake Barbie look. And then this is really more of like my 2.5 hour freaking Beefcake Barbie look, because playing with that freaking scar wax took forever. Like forever, okay? But we have now achieved a Beefcake Barbie, baby. I don't know why, I just had an accent. If you ever wanted to do drag makeup, here could be some type of starting point for you. So yeah, I hope you really enjoyed. Hopefully it was entertaining at least. I think it's really fun to do. Drag makeup is like a literal whole realm, and you could do basically anything with it. So at the end of the day, with anything with makeup, practice is going to help you greatly, and it's gonna help you discover like what your skills are, what colors look good on you, what shapes look good on you, and it's always gonna help boost your creativity, which you know I'm all about here at Jordan's Joys. So I really hope you enjoyed today's video. If you did, please like and subscribe and leave me a comment note. Let me know what you think. Just let me know in the comments below. Let me know if you want to see anything next. That is it. I will see you guys in the next one. I hope you have a fabulous, wonderful day. Go out there and try something new. Love you so much. Bye.
My vibe right now is just living life. I am just here to live life. I was just there living life. You can't say we didn't live life. We are definitely living life. Just like live life and have fun. Live that life, girl. Live that life.